yeah. And how do you see people valuing like their Ethereum copy versus versus the Pulse chain copy of Hex after the fork?
I think, short term, Ethereum is the mainstay. It's the most adopted EVM on Earth. There's 9 million wallets that have $100 or more of Ethereum in them. You have Genesis whales that are looking at maybe seeing a 5 to 8x on their Ethereum bags over the next cycle. That might want to reallocate into the EHEX on their chain because they're going to feel ownership of Ethereum still. So maybe that they'll feel like they have an opportunity to buy an 85% off Hex. Imagine 85% off Hex at 20 cents. Like that's a reality now. It's the kind of thing that we're facing, which is why I say risk is to the upside, still has been, still will be. And that, don't get left behind. It's something I've been saying for a while now, since December is, the risk is to the upside, don't get left behind. Because once the 10-cent price floor is in, we're not coming back down. EHEX even is not coming back down that low. There's too much value in the contract by rolling stakes at 20 cents for big whales. And there's too many Genesis whales and new adopters that are already familiar with Ethereum that are going to want to buy those and scoop those coins up on a discount. And then as far as like the PHEX side of the chain, pre-bridge, you're going to have this problem where PHEX and PulseX are going to be more abundant than Pulse Chain, because only 40,000 people are going to be holding Pulse Chain. And so the majority of people are going to want to get exposure to Pulse Chain immediately. And so you could see this thing where the ratios get severely mismatched, where people are aping out of PHEX and PulseX into Pulse Chain early on, right? Trying to seek some exposure to that asset. But once those ratios get out of balance, you're going to see the tide shift back the other way. And so the reason is because if you can get like 20 PHEX for one pulse, for example, or 10 PHEX for one pulse, I'd be bridging over my EHEX that can get thousands of PHEX for one EHEX, right? Just because the ratios get mismatched. But that doesn't mean that those will lose value, right, on either chain. I think it's just going to be a messy situation off the rip. And, these are all things to be cognizant of. There's a lot of variables at play.